Hi guys, welcome to Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. As you can see before you, there's two different ones. The left one's the new one, the right one is the old one. So let's check it out. This is the classic version. It's intended to be a faithful representation of the original 97 release of Final Fantasy Tactics. Using the English translation from 2007's The War of the Lions version. I'm familiar with both. It adds functionality improvements such as autosave to provide a smoother experience for those who wish to enjoy it as it was originally created. A lot of people like that. Please bear the following in mind while playing the classic version. Certain in-game movies and sections of text appear as they did in the 97 version. Steam achievements are not supported. Controllers with X input support and keyboards can be used. Button prompts displayed through the game are based on controllers with X input support. And you'll find a lot of the older games, just in general, if you have DOSBox or whatever, X input seems to be the way to go. Old Xbox controllers that are wired to your computer. I have an Xbox One controller wired to my computer. It's a Gears of War special, whatever. But that was when Xbox One was doing its thing. Okay, the enhanced version is based on the original 97 release of Final Fantasy Tactics, but features full voice acting, additions and adjustments to dialogue, and animated character portraits to provide more immersive way to experience the story. This version also boasts higher resolution graphics with an updated user interface, along with improved controls and optimized game balance, making it an ideal choice for returning players and newcomers alike. In addition, the controller support, the enhanced version allows the use of mouse and keyboard. And we'll just be using mouse and keyboard. We didn't need a controller for this. So let's start this.
This afternoon, Eric and Kurt told us about how Charlie prayed for everything, including his enemy. Surprisingly enough, he did pray for his enemy. He did. He did. No one else, I mean, I saw him do it. No one ever did it for me
Got a practice run around here somewhere. We'll just delete these. No. Let's save over them then. Okay.
She opened up the Medal of Freedom, as you can see there, that very few Americans get. They're only getting a few hundred given out.
Play 9. Capricorn.
She turned it around back. And what you can see here on the back is the first Christian cross, the first crucifix ever engraved onto a Medal of Freedom given by the president. This is a historic moment, the first time that religious iconography was ever made on this award. And it is done in honor of Charlie Kirk. And what Erica told me, Jesse, was that this is for the advancement of Charlie Kirk and his work for the kingdom of Christ. And the president understood that so profoundly that he gave him this great honor. What a wonderful, blessed symbol president's talked more about heaven than he ever has. Have you noticed that? Jesse, I've seen you cover thousands of Donald Trump speeches and many Don Jr. speeches. When was the last time you had Donald Trump and Donald Trump Jr. talking about Christ and their faith in God live on stage together? It was a remarkable moment. Don Jr., of course, had to make jokes about Kamala and Hillary while he was doing it, but still, it was profound. It was beautiful. And there is something that I'd like to say as we move forward from today, which is the most common phrase in all of the scriptures is fear not, do not be afraid. This is a moment where people have a profound sense of purpose in life. You can see it, you can feel that spiritual energy. People are no longer afraid. The intention of that Assassin's Bullet with Trump and with Charlie was to make us fear, to make us put our heads down and to not speak anymore. And now people are speaking up louder than ever. Fear not. I felt the same thing. Fear leaving your body after the fight, and it's contagious. And I hope everybody feels it. So, Benny Johnson, so did Big Tish James have a fugitive? A primetime investigation. Autumn's here and leaves involved. Danny Gunner over the elements is going to collect leads. And the problem is solved. It wasn't just that lead filter guaranteed that they flushed. Also, they saved us the energy and had us think about cleaning them. We got great heights, so you don't have to. It's a free filter today, or visit leadfilter.com. AI can turn your lights on. Lights on. And drive your car. And even write your kid's essay. But AI ain't gonna fix your broken water line or pay for the repair bill. Having a plan from HomeServe offers real solutions. And when a current system breaks, we'll send a qualified contractor to pay for the repair. There's nothing artificial about the peace of mind you get with a plan from HomeServe. Getting one is quite intelligent. Plans from HomeServe starting just $4.99 a month. Call 1-833-761-4150 or visit HomeServe.com. For plant-based, healthy, and person support, there's one brand in Walmart that stands above the rest. It's Super Beats by Human. Discover why Super Beats is the #1 cardiologist recommended meat brand for heart health. Enter nearest Walmart today. Meet Will Martin, a true American hero. This decorated veteran earned the Silver Star. I have no weight on me. I was in such extreme pain. I was drinking more. I was taking more pain pills. But when I started using Vamp, it was literally like a miracle. There's nothing like anxiety. There's no more anger. There's no more pain. It's an incredible product. Ivalice is now available at Walmart and on Amazon with free shipping with an annual donation supporting the Patriot Fund. Go to Walmart or Amazon. Here, he sacrificed his future. My son was 4 years old and he was struggling with it. He's still with me. The tragic events that we go down changed our nation and its final generation deserve. Today, many of those veterans urgently need them. And Wounded Warrior Project is our honor to serve this generation of injured veterans. After I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, likely because of chemicals from my deployments, my mom was lost, my dad was lost, he couldn't fix it. Wounded Warrior Project found us. With a gift of just $19 a month, you will provide at no cost to warriors programs and services that can change a person's life forever. I'm extremely thankful for this. There were times where I wouldn't pray, but it just gets right. Please call or go online when you give $19 a month. We'll send you this limited edition blanket honoring the 250th anniversary of American independence and freedom. It means the world to us that you have not forgotten the sacrifice that Pathfinder. Please give a little to those who gave so much for us. Call or go online at honorwarriors.org right now. You're in joy and overwhelming relief after Miralax helps you go. Miralax works naturally with water in the body. Miralax, for your guides to free your mood. For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mirafiber. So the logo as a legendary
we pay for services not covered by the Canadian healthcare plan. Funding for life speeds recovery for people suffering serious health issues. Don't feel the gap between healing and loss. Give, volunteer, or ask for help.
My husband lost it in 2010, and after that, it's been downhill. It's a challenge for me to do things on my own, but I make myself do it. I think it's a great program put on by the United Way, and I joined the meal because not only prices and low it's all, which I have thanks to the United Way, figures like me, watch where you're driving in Chicago. Illegal aliens are now ramming cars into Border Patrol. Just today, a couple of amigos got behind the wheel and hit the gas after playing golf with cars. Jose thought he was OJ and led a high-speed chase. Cops put up and justice was served. But this job's becoming extremely dangerous. Jamie back doesn't care. He put down the ribs and picked up his gavel. He wants to prosecute ICE agents. We're going to call for accountability, and the tables will turn someday. They're acting like a bunch of thugs and taking away people's free speech rights. We're looking at how we might be able to hold them responsible despite the fact of federal immunity. If Democrats really want to look at lawfare, look no further than Big Tish.
Lunch.
She's under indictment, charged with bank fraud, tied to a house she bought in Manhattan. She told the bank it was
Hey, looking for the wench.
Tish thinks this is her Trump comeback story. She's ready to fight. I know what it feels like to be a cat, but just doing your job. I will not stop. I will not break. I will not bend. I will not capitulate. I will not give in. I will not give up. She wants to ban lawfare only when she catches a charge. Too late. CNN says she deserves it. But let's also not whitewash history. Letitia James did essentially the same thing with Donald Trump. She ran for office, explicitly targeting him. She fundraised on that. She brought a lawsuit that ultimately was gutted, not quite entirely dismissed, but mostly reversed by a liberal appeals court in New York State. Even Michael Cohen says it's a slam dunk. The documents will speak for themselves, and I'm certain that they have the documents that they need. I believe a first-year law student can actually take these cases to full trial and be successful. This isn't lawfare, it's fair law. Prosecutors didn't Frankenstein a 20 charge to take Tish down. They just followed the code on the books. Now the tables have turned, and it's a competition over who can be the left's biggest martyr. Tish can't blame anybody but herself. Her house is not in order, literally. According to the Times, the person living there is Nucky Thompson, Tish's grandniece, who told the grand jury in June that she'd been living there in the $235,000 three-bedroom property since 2020. The Daily Mail caught her walking out on camera. Primetime did some digging. Nucky's rap sheet is longer than a CBS receipt. It's so big it spans 2 states. First in North Carolina, according to the state's Department of Adult Correction, Nakia was a very bad girl. 2005, simple assault. 2006, assault against the government official. 2011, another assault against the government official, plus trespassing. Then Nakia had 60 days behind bars and was playing whack-a-mole with cops. But she didn't clean up. She transitioned. She's become an absconder. That means she fled the state to avoid arrest and moved to Virginia, where the Daily Mail on her own. Nakia even landed a gig working for her great auntie's 2018 campaign for AG. And according to her LinkedIn, her title was seasonal representative. Why would Tish hire someone who smacked a government official? Not once, but twice. Then Nakia got busted again. According to the Virginia court records, in 2019, she pled guilty to grand larceny. 3-year sentence, 2-year probation. Copped additional charges for possession of burglary tools. Another 9 traffic-related cases, including speeding, were charged with 4 traffic misdemeanors in a single day. That's efficient. Did Tish know her grandniece was a career criminal? She was obsessed with Big Bad Orange Man. Meanwhile, a wanted woman was hiding under her roof, rent-free. Democrats say no one's above the law, but when it's their own, the law's optional. And in Tish's case, so is Penguin. Let's bring it out with the fire laser. All right, so Tish's house is not in order. How ugly is this? It's bad, and she's going to be found guilty if the jury does its job here. But you know what? I think we need to give a lot of credit here to Lindsay Halligan. I haven't heard very many people talking about her at all. She got the indictment of James Comey. She got the indictment of Letitia James. This is who Donald Trump said put her in charge. And she has been an absolute sunshine in what has otherwise been a large and so remember, everybody wants to talk about this is indictments that were handed down in Northern Virginia, an overwhelmingly Joe Biden and Kamala Harris voting area for people who do not know. This is Lindsay Halligan going in, laying out the facts of these cases against James Comey and against Letitia James, even with a grand jury pool that probably is overwhelmingly Democrat based on the population there. And if that jury is willing to apply the law here, Letitia James is guilty of these crimes, and she would face years in prison upon conviction. So Lindsay Halligan, I think, is a huge hero here for getting these indictments, and President Trump recognized she was able to do it. She went and did it, and props to her. Yeah. She just reminds me of Fannie Willis. You remember our friend Fannie? She was supposed to be pristine, and all of a sudden she's taking vacations to Central America. She's drinking a Grey Goose. She's got a bottle of fast stuff. They're going to cabins. This time along, we get very well. And now, just James,
Talking about.
is living rent-free at this fraudulent property. So we're just smacking around official in 2 states. Yeah. I'm glad you're going up Fannie Willis because let's not forget, she hired her lover and paid him $700,000, and then she said she paid him back for all the vacation, which is one of the funniest things that I still can't get. Can you imagine taking a girl on vacation and asking her to reimburse you for a hack? Oh, yeah. This is one of the funniest stories out there. But I do think, Jesse, I want to hear this story too. You mentioned Obama not being willing to congratulate Trump for the incredible work that he did in the Middle East and everywhere else. Do you know that Obama had time, Jesse, to congratulate the WNBA champions on winning the WNBA championship, but he hasn't been willing or able or had the time to congratulate President Trump for getting the hostages back It looks like an ordinary staircase, but as you age, the occasional move this something that can feel like stabbing or pins and needles in your hands and feet. Sometimes stairs can bring worry. As a retired physician, I've seen it in my patients, and I didn't truly understand it until I got over myself. So now, I and I'm getting around fast. With occasional this comfort doesn't have to. Why does that make I do? You get your freedom back. Like their life at these retailers, they're confident with their life. Last year, America's leading wireless provider spent $12 billion on advertising and promotions. That's billion with the B. Pure talk? They hired me to make their commercials on my iPhone. Consequently, they can offer you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Yeah, you can keep paying for those billion-dollar ad campaigns if you want, or you can start saving some real money when you switch to Pure Talk. Everything you need, nothing you don't. So, like for Graham, have you been working through life? You can save yourself. But you Jesus Christ came from heaven to this earth from our sins. He took our sins to the cross. He shed his own blood. He died for our sins. And God raised him from life on that third day. He's not dead. He's alive. And he can come into your heart right now and forgive you. Just pray this prayer right now. To say, God, I'm a sinner. I'm sorry for my sins. Forgive me. I do believe that Jesus is your son. And I want to trust him as my Savior. And I want to follow him as my Lord from this day forward forever. Amen. You made that prayer. Call that number right now. It's on the screen. Look, if you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your life. I was tired of floppy collars and shirtless sweaters, so I got this shirt I saw on TV. Now I don't have to worry. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular colors to this. The brand is called Collars. I make a regular stretchy golf shirt at the top as a pretty collar. I got rid of so many colors. No dry cleaning needed anymore. I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collars stay still all day. Get 20% off today using code TE at collarsandsplay.com.
Vehicle breakdowns are costly. They start touching.
Start making some really weird noises.
If your check engine light comes on tomorrow, the repair can easily cost thousands.
With that transmission. That seems strange.
But with endurance, you will never pay out of pocket for a costly repair again. All major parts of
Well, he's got more bravery than faith, so he'd be good at martial classes. Faith is magic. Bravery is your sword, your knife, your whatever. Magic points, hit points, CT. Find out what that is. I'm not sure. Counter time, maybe. Level 1, next level 42, job points 28. So he's on his own as a guest. He's autonomous, motion and stuff, so the computer would be telling him what to do.
Serotonin brain balance has a dual action formula that slows cognitive decline while improving memory, focus, and concentration. Neurologists recommend it.
First time to save it now.
Dougie just celebrated another trip around the sun. The big celebration? Dinner at Casa de Kamala.
chicken parm with spaghetti and key lime pasta dessert. So that is what
Not yet, eh? Okay, I gotta wait till we get to the next battle and then the menus start opening up.
Listen, I have a musical theater
Yeah. Oh.
All of our social and cultural priorities. The only people still matter Trump are the bitter players, the people who built their whole personality on hating him. They used to be the resistance. Now they're just the remnants. And now they're doing the values that are thinking about America. My successor seemed to represent the opposite. Right. Not seemed to. Barry still can't believe the nation voted for Trump twice. And Jazzy Crockett thinks she can take Trump in an IQ test.
Now, I've met young husband. He is more intelligent than Trump. I'm just put it out there.
I don't know
if that takes the line. I really don't.
Only 5 higher faiths. I'm not even sure that's the thing.
The war's over, Jazzy. Stephen A. gets it. You literally have senators and congressional figures on Capitol Hill on the side of the Republicans telling the network, whether it's Fox News, Nation, anybody else, please, 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 put her front and center on camera. Why do they do that? Because they know it's clear. But the clingers cling hard. They don't want the truth. They want the drama. So they attack anybody with an ounce of common sense.
If you listen to Stephen A. Smith and you find anything other than some absolute pure self-hating crazy nonsense from that half-witted idiot casting the non-existent rage of his own figure, it is sad to me that he even gets an audience of black men. Why are black men right now saying Stephen A. Smith?
Wow. Men like Stephen A. Smith about funny. He tells it like it is. He doesn't agree with Trump on everything, but he's not afraid to admit when Trump's right. It's called honesty. They should try it sometime. Senator Ted Cruz joins me now. Have you ever seen the left in-fight like this? Look, they're melting down. Their party consists of one thing, that is hatred towards Donald J. Trump. And by the way, we saw an amazing illustration of it yesterday. So we've got historic Middle East peace. And just about every Democrat on planet Earth, except for Bill and Hillary Clinton, could not bring themselves to say the words Donald J. Trump. I'll actually give credit, something I've never done before, but I will give credit to Bill and Hillary Clinton. Both of them put out gracious statements congratulating President Trump and his administration, but nobody else did. Barack Obama insufferably could not even acknowledge it, and just about every single Senate Democrat and congressional Democrat, apparently Trump didn't exist, and the Middle East peace deal just emerged from the head of Zeus like a thief. That's where it came from. What happened to Barack Obama? And look, I think he is, number one, incredibly arrogant and aloof, but number two, hard left. And you look at, listen, Joe Biden was not president for the last 4 years. He was not capable of it. He was not running. The question I get asked most often for years was who's running the White House? Me too. Here's the terrifying answer. I genuinely do not know. My best theory, I think it was Barack Obama and his cronies. But look, the Biden White House was by any measure massively to the left of where Obama was. But I don't think that's because Obama wasn't in crazy town. I just think the country wasn't ready to go all the way to crazy town. What has happened?
Prick. Lucky.
Semblance of moderate Democrats fled. And they're all now crazy. Look, you know, Stephen A. Smith was talking about Republicans want Jasmine Crockett on TV. Absolutely. And I want Bernie Sanders on TV, and Elizabeth Warren on TV, and AOC on TV, because what they're saying is nuts. Their ideas are terrible. I want them on TV too, maybe for different reasons, but kind of the same types of reasons. Jasmine Crockett, AOC, you don't see these women walking around.
Oh, he only has 51.
Never met AOC, never met.
Now you low HP bastard.
You guys not hang out of the same establishment? You know, I'm not sure what establishments they're at. Look, the House and Senate don't interact a ton. I've got a bunch of buddies that are House members. shutdown, not on substance. Yes, it's because they want free healthcare for illegals, but it's really just because all of their party is a giant primal scream we hate them. Well, you should be paying them. They should go without paycheck. And I'm sure you could miss a few paychecks. And by the way, I'm the only one who's going to say it. I won't take my paycheck while we're shut down. The servicemen and women aren't being paid. I don't want to be paid, and every one of these Democrats are saying, give me the money, we're not going to give it. That's the right attitude. You should make that thing. Good to see you, Senator. Good to see you. Alec Baldwin, Justin Trudeau, and Katie Perry. Straight ahead. We pay tribute to Charlie Kirk, and we celebrate the tremendous good he did in his life. Charlie courageously advocated for the sacred principles of freedom, constructive discourse, truth, family values, and common sense. He taught with humor and wisdom, backed up his beliefs with data and facts. He set a powerful example of reaching out and talking to those who disagreed with him. We mourn his passing, but what he taught us continues to resonate with even more power. As we can COPD is an ugly reality. I watch as this world just keeps getting smaller. But then, Trilogy helped us see things a little differently. With 3 medicines in one inhale, Trilogy keeps airways open for a full 24 hours.
Where are you going?
Once daily Trilogy also improves lung function, so he can breathe more freely all day and night. Trilogy will replace the respirator for some real problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or take it off. Do not take Trilogy more than prescribed. Trilogy may increase your risk of throat strong and osteoporosis. Call your doctor for some breathing, chest pain, appetite swelling, Crohn's urinator, vision changes, or eye occur. Ask your doctor about once daily Trilogy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night. That's why for 8 years now, I've relied on this car powder. It's super good, and I swear by it. Super Beats is the original #1 selling toothpaste for healthy blood pressure support. The only cardiologist recommended toothpaste that's also trusted by over 40 national championship winning pro and college sports teams for cardio-powered energy. For cardio results, you can see the only brand that is Super Beats. Find out how to get a free month with your first order at livehuman.com. Hi, I'm Coach and I'm with Super. And we're here today to tell you about the Royal Kingdom is out. Why love it so much for 8 months? First of all, it's super fun. It's so fun. It's like 3 Christmases in a row. And there are no ads. None. It's on the road. Download Royal Kingdom and join us today. Less than 24 hours after President Trump's historic peace deal, Democrats say all already launching key political attacks. Full details tonight on Hannity.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening. I went from being that kid
With the Vacation stance facing directly at him. Wow.
in the dark, not having any friends, not having anybody burying me, not having the ability to choose what I want to do. Arthritis stole the most important years in most people's lives from me, which is your teenage years. It stole my confidence. It stole my happiness. Arthritis took away every ability for me to care about myself.
Sound your carrier messaging fees may apply.
We'll block you. The light out, you fucking sick of shit. Let's see.
Tiger Waters Blue has bring in Fox News anchor and State Department correspondent Jill. Thank you for allowing me to host this procedure.
Thank you for coming all the way here.
My
To
pleasure.
see me in person.
Alec Baldwin totaled his wife's car in the Hamptons yesterday. Dash cam video from a garbage truck driving right next to Baldwin shows the moment he plows Valeria's Range Rover into a tree. Baldwin's blaming the truck driver for the crash.
This morning I was in this car accident and I got more than a truck. Big garbage truck. I mean, a garbage truck the size of a whale. I've never seen a garbage truck. It must have been something commercial. To avoid getting it. A tree. A big fat tree.
Prick. Got a potion for you.
Luckily, nobody was hurt, but he might be sleeping on the couch tonight. Did you detect a little, like he was blaming his wife's car for the accident?
I detected he was kissing her, you know what, because he had totaled the car, right? And then the next thing he posted on Instagram after he said that stuff was how proud he is of her. And she's so amazing. So you can kind of tell he was making amends there.
Okay, well, he has to make amends for a lot of things. That guy
That's
looks
the least of his
like
problems.
no one else has. Next, back in December, the news Alyssa Farah promised to wear a MAGA hat on the show if Trump brought peace to the Middle East. Well, he kept up his end of the bargain, but Alyssa hasn't been good. Trump's not surprised. She worked here. She gave me the most beautiful letter for the administration that came up. She gave me the most beautiful letter you've ever seen. I was a great president. And then she got out by the view. And they gave her a couple of bucks. And she changed her view very quickly. It just shows what her thought of the views. Is she going to wear the MAGA hat?
I don't think so, but I want that she is on the radar. And following her career behind the scenes, like off. Like he follows everything, everything does when it comes to show business. Even with
Let's have you pick up a crystal or whatever he's gonna drop next turn.
I don't think he's watching the view. That's what
Let's see.
the view is on clips on Fox on the view. And that's how it is. Finally, it's fireworks between Katy Perry and both Indian Prime Minister Go. Check it out. We've got connected on the yacht. I did not see this coming.
I don't know. I think that maybe people are being unfair when they judge them because, like, just because she's an astronaut doesn't mean she can't have a fun side and, like, have a boyfriend and date people.
Something happened to her in space. She goes up into space and she falls for Trudeau. Don't send women to space. That's the lesson, right? I mean, agree with me. That's the lesson.
Don't send Katy Perry to space.
Don't send Katy Perry to space. And you might be next. We're going to send you.
I am not going.
We're going whether you like it or not.
$20 million in Miami.
Okay? Well, that's a lot of money. In the golden age.
Not even.
We'll see. We'll send a rocket up for you. Don't worry about it. Oh, there's nothing. Julia's there. More prime time. Go ahead.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, Voltaren gel is applied to the site of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation so you can move more freely. Voltaren, clinically proven, long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
I'm feeling more confident about the future after reviewing my choices with Roya. Have you updated your workplace benefits and retirement savings? No, but I am really going to think about it at some point. Well, if you evaluate your benefits and investment options together, it will help you make the right choices for today. That's right. I love to think more about that. Maybe next week or even a week after that.
Don't just think about your future. Plan for it before you. Plan, invest, protect.
Say hello to needle-free method, the only epinephrine for emergency treatment of allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis, and fluid insect medicines and other allergy triggers. Use
Ask your doctor about needle-free Neffy or learn more at Neffy.com.
$600 a year. If you're 50 plus, you can save up to that much by switching 2 unlimited lines from Big Wireless to Consumer Center. And you've got to save a lot of the cover. So why don't you pick up your phone while I take this hammer and... It can't feel like me. See how we can cut your bills. So you're over 50. Get 2 unlimited lines for $30 each. Call Consumer Center.
Meet Will Martin, a true American hero. This decorated veteran earned the Silver Star.
I was in such a strong game. I was drinking more, I was taking more pain pills. But when I started using Vamp, it was good. There's no more anxiety, there's no more anger, there's no more pain. It's an incredible fun.
Ivalice is now available at Walmart and on Amazon with free shipping with an annual donation supporting the Patriot Fund. Go to Walmart or Amazon.
And also, we're going to join early this year. For a limited time during Gossip Days, save up to 40% off plus free shipping on beautifully designed wood-cut Christmas trees, made or sustainable materials. Find your holiday spirit at gossipful.com. My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband Brian died. I never thought we'd
Cool.
use life insurance with Ethos. It is so fast and easy. You get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get safety and coverage. Today.
Okay, guys, instead of getting WOTC, I saved a few bucks and got some cheap ReMake formats. But they really stink. So put these on.
Reading Caroline's first. Don't settle for cheap, stinky formats. Weather tip, we make the floor liners and carpet liners here in America out of pure, non-toxic organic materials. Next time you're ready, your stink. Find out everything we have at WOTC.com. We all know that words have power. They set things in motion and make us happy or sad. But there's one word that stands out because when people say it, lives are changed. It's not a nickname, but when you say it, the life of a kid like me can be changed.
Oops.
What is this special? It's yes. 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 This is becoming a monthly supporter of Shriners Hospitals for Children. That's right. Your monthly support allows the doctors and nurses at Shriners Hospitals for Children to give the most amazing care anywhere and change the lives of kids like me. Because people like you have said yes. Now I can play football. And I can play tennis. And I can walk. When you say yes to giving just $19 a month or 63 cents a day, we'll send you this and deliver lunch to the rescue blanket as a reminder of all the kids you're helping every day. My life is filled with possibility because of the monthly support of people just like you who called their number on your screen and said yes. 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 Your yes is making a difference in my life and the lives of so many other kids like me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving. Call or go online now and say yes right away.
But right now, the ceasefire is holding and the war is over. Federal agents have now detained some 1,500 people since the start of Operation Midway Blitz.
The prison goes on the tax schedule today and throughout the rest of this week.
I ran into O'Reilly today at the White House. I said, how you doing? He says, Wonders, my book's number 1, Confronting Evil. Why don't you wave it around like this on your show? I don't even work for him anymore. He's still telling me what to do. Let's do text. Rick from Hudson, Florida, I'd be willing to bet that even you had a tear in your eye today. Yes. Abby from Ponchatoula, Louisiana. I know you don't say happy birthday to men, Jesse, but I noticed you did it for Charlie. Only Hoskins. Did I say that right? Hoskins. Well, for us tonight, Dave, on the show, Sean's next, and always remember, I'm Wonders. Listen. Tonight, we are broadcasting live here in the swamp, our nation's capital, where just hours ago I attended what was a beautiful ceremony at the White House honoring President Charlie Kirk. Now today, President Trump awarded Charlie the Presidential Medal of Freedom on what would have been his 32nd birthday. In fact, President Trump flew overnight from the Middle East and about 3 in the morning to be here for the third.
Finally joins the battle. Would have been over a while ago, but
Historic Middle East peace trip. Now, Erica Trump spoke as well, and 2 of Charlie's pastors will be joining us. Without a doubt, this has been a monumental week for the president, and by the way, it's only Tuesday. And the same cannot be said for the Democratic Party. While Trump literally is bringing peace to the Middle East, Democrats, they can't bring themselves to even reopen the government. Others are busy threats against the Trump administration, a full-time obsession, all because President Trump is daring to offer national guard assistance to cities that have been wrecked by violent crime. How often do I say it is a prerequisite for attackers or pursuing athletes be law and order and safety and security? That's simple. In Illinois, Governor J.B. I don't care about the 4,000 people killed in my state under my watch. Her state is now even threatening on ICE agents. Why? They're daring to do their jobs. Get criminals off the streets of this crime-plagued state.
We did the channels will change things. People should recognize that maybe they're not going to get prosecuted today, although we're looking at doing that. But they may get prosecuted after the Trump administration for the things that they did because the statute of limitations will have run.
I think how prosecuting the criminals, the people that are out there shooting people in Chicago every weekend. Now, here's the result. Federal officials are now under attack. Moments ago, a very scary scene there in Chicago. Violent rioters pelted agents with objects. Of course, very predictable when you have people that don't use law and order. When you have leaders who are so-called leaders like J.B. Pritzker, dehumanizing ICE agents, calling for resistance over the weekend. Here's how Vice President Vamp responded to all of this. Take a look.
I think the Governor Pritzker has allowed a lot of people to be killed in the city of Chicago and elsewhere, George. I think that it's disgraceful, and I think that he absolutely should suffer some consequences for the fact that there are thousands innocent Chicagoans who are dead because he failed to do his job.
It's the first really yes or no question. Do you agree with Governor
George, you're going to keep on asking this question. I'm going to keep on telling you that Governor Pritzker has failed to do his job. He should suffer some consequences. Whether he's violated a crime, ultimately, I would leave to the courts. But I certainly think that he has violated his fundamental oath of office. That seems pretty criminal to me.
Pritzker are keeping track. Democrats are shutting down the government in part because they want to extend health care benefits to illegal immigrants. They want you to pay for it. They're also throwing it back. Why? Because ICE agents are enforcing federal law and deporting criminal illegal aliens, including non-tourists, murderers, rapists, other violent criminals, cartel members, gang members, drug dealers. Take a look at your screen. They're even up in arms over President Trump's strikes on drug trafficking vessels. This happening earlier today.
sorry guys, I had to take a break.
Many are also trying to block the Trump administration from properly fighting crime in blue cities and states. In LA County, a state of emergency was declared. Not the battle crimes that you hand out taxpayer dollars to those impacted by ICE raids. Giving money for more benefits, but not Democrats. So pretending that political violence is not a problem of the left. They're asking you to ignore the assassination of Charlie Kirk, two assassination attempts against President Trump, another assassination plot against Justice Kavanaugh, the terrorist attacks against ICE agents, the doxing of ICE agents, the ICE agents now forbidden by law, supposedly in California. Thank God it won't be enforced, even wearing a mask to protect their identity. The murder of that healthcare CEO, the arson at the governor's mansion of Governor Shapiro in Pennsylvania, and I can go on and on and on. In fact, Democrats and the state-run legacy media mob, they are complicit. They don't tell the truth, or even pretending that violent left-wing group known as Antifa just doesn't exist. That is a figment of their sick, twisted imaginations.
Leaders are like Antifa. There's no organized hierarchy to the group.
It's up to them how they interpret what anti-American is, what anti-Christianity is, what anti-capitalist is. It's all in this guise of going after Antifa, which is nothing. There's no organization called Antifa. Well, I hope we can first define what Antifa is, because there is no Antifa organization. So maybe that's good for social media, but it really is not existent. But the point is that he's using the Charlie Kirk murder as a pretext to go after people that he disagrees with.
There is no Antifa as an institutional organization. Anybody who's associated with Antifa-like ideas, can be persecuted.
I forget all of the violence committed under this Antifa logo. You just can't believe your lying eyes. It's almost as if Democrats are so caught up in a dumb political messaging game. What happened after 2024? You think there'd be some reflection, introspection, course correction? None. They have lost touch with reality, embracing their radicalism. Thankfully, they're no longer in charge. The Trump administration are dedicated day in, day out to making America safe again, according to the Attorney General Pam Bondi court in D.C. Look at this. A total of 4,358 arrests have been made, and 413 illegal guns have been seized. In Memphis, look at this. 854 arrests, 180 illegal guns seized. Well, that would have happened had President Trump not helped out. Keep in mind, these are two cities working hand in hand with the Trump administration and the National Guard to get criminals off the street to save lives so people can live safe and secure. In Illinois, your governor, J.B. Pritzker, so many of the Democratic leaders there are more worried about optics. Anyway, your reaction is U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. Good to see you. How are you? Good to see you on satellite, so good to see you in person. Let's talk about the overall process. I understand that if you don't have law and order and safety and security, you can't pursue happiness. 4,000 dead on the Pritzker. What's your reaction?
It's apoplectic that Donald Trump wants to come in and help Chicago and fix Chicago and make Chicago safe. Going back to Memphis, you gave the great stats on Memphis. You know how many missing children we found in Memphis? 44. Finding one missing child makes it all worthwhile. 44 missing children.
What's a missing child?
A missing child is a missing child. He's been taken away from their parents, abducted children who are on their own, all under the age of 18. Teenagers and younger. 44 missing children. Some have been taken by non-custodial parents. 44 have been recovered. Finding one is enough to make it all worthwhile. And then you take that to Chicago. They have 571 homicides last year. Pritzker should be begging Donald Trump to come in. What you said about Memphis, we have Mayor Paul Elliott working with us. He's amazing. He's a Democrat. He wants to make Memphis safe. Right here in D.C., John, look how safe D.C. is now. Because of Muriel Bowser working with Donald Trump. Metro Police,
Okay.
Police, right here, working with all of our federal agents, hand in hand.
Medallia Plains next.
It's a discernible difference.
Thanks to Donald Trump.
It is a discernible difference. It's a very different place. So the president, I guess, he talked about if they will not enforce the law, if they will not keep American citizens safe and towns and cities, that it may result in him invoking the Insurrection Act. Let's talk about the legality of that.
Sure, he absolutely has the right to do that, the legal authority to do that. We didn't have to do it in Los Angeles. They came in, they cleaned up the riots. You saw it. Look how much better LA is after the president brought in the National Guard. But look at Portland, look at Chicago. They're sanctuary cities, they're sanctuary states. They are forbidding in Chicago. This mayor, Brandon Johnson, is forbidding the police to walk with us to get illegal aliens off the streets. Here's one example. There was an illegal Mexican in Chicago. He should have been in prison, illegally there. He was in prison. He got released from prison. Instead of being deported, they kept him right there and he beat a 21-year-old to death. Right in Chicago. How are they condoning this behavior?
If you see the using language. I think language does have an impact on people. And when you call people a Nazi, a fascist, Gestapo, Gestapo-like tactics, etc., does this not have an impact on people to dehumanize them to the point where you can convince maybe unstable people that they're doing the will of God if, they challenge and take them on?
Well, sure, and that's one of the things about Antifa. You've heard President Trump say multiple times they are organized, they are a criminal organization, and they're very organized. You're seeing people out there with thousands of signs that all match, pre-bought, pre-put together. They're organized, and someone is funding it. We're going to get to the funding of Antifa, we're going to get to the root of Antifa, and we're going to find and charge all of those people who are causing this chaos in Portland and all these other cities across our country. Talk to all the influencers who have been threatened and beat up and their lives threatened from Antifa members. It's going to stop under Donald Trump. And then Christopher in Chicago is, I think he's the worst one of all. Because he's just the version of who doesn't care about the people of Chicago, like Donald Trump does.
Let me ask you this. The left is claiming that Antifa is not a real organization. We've known it's been a real organization for the longest time. I think getting to the bottom of who was okay, now we're getting somewhere. And I read that Glenn Beck recently got asked by the FBI about what he knew about the funding, because this is something he dug into, years he was at Fox. And he believes that there is a funding effort, which to me seems to, I conclude what it seems to be is they want to bring down American society. They are working against the American people. What would that be called?
It would be organized crime, and that's what they're doing. And you're watching it in Portland. Well, Portland really is the prime example. And President Trump just had so many of the influencers whose lives were threatened, who were Taylor, the beautiful blonde woman who had the black eye from an Antifa member. They're threatening them online with violent acts. It's organized crime. They're completely organized. They're at all of these events. They're encouraging violence. They're calling everyone fascist. But it's more than that. It's hurting the American people.
Just squires.
They're no different than MS-13 or any gang out there.
I've raised this question a lot. And if you are a sanctuary city or a sanctuary state, you're providing benefits for people in the middle of a government shutdown, in part because Democrats want taxpayers to fund illegal immigrants. And
How much?
Okay, that's $1.5 trillion they want to fund the government for a whopping 7 weeks. In LA, they declare a state of emergency and to aid residents hit by immigration raids. How is that not aiding and abetting in lawfare?
It is, Sean. It is. And then you've got Chuck Schumer out there fundraising during a government shutdown. He's fundraising in California during the shutdown. Yet you have our administrators and all of our federal agencies probably not going to get a paycheck. We're going to do everything we can to take care of them. But people working during the shutdown to keep all of these citizens safe. They don't care about their citizens. Schumer says it's the greatest thing to happen to Democrats. Really? To happen to our country? It's hurting the citizens. And we're going to keep fighting for the American people. That's what Donald Trump does, and that's what he's going to continue to do. Whether it's Chicago, Portland, Memphis, right here in D.C., all over this country, he's going to keep Americans safe because they are not. And the people here are seeing what's happening, and they're loving it in Washington, D.C.
Let me ask you a final question.
And 2 squires is more than enough right now. In the beginning, we got to upgrade them.
Applications in the pre-bunking on his laptop in 2020, weaponization and warfare from 2020 to 2024. Tactical talked about a grand conspiracy. Do you see the possibility of that?
Nothing is off the table, and no one is above the law. No one is above the law. They thought they could target Donald Trump for 4 years, and they did. They almost got away with it, but now he's the president of the United States, and everyone is on equal footing. There's one tier of justice in this country.
It's good to see you. Great to be here.
Thank you, Sean.
Oh, I have to get out of here. I start freaking out after a while. Good to see you. Now, just to be clear, federal agents, they are working without pay because of these funding demands from the Democrats.
They can send $1 billion, but they won't do that.
conversation. Their proposal on the CR, keep the lights open. This is what they want to do. They want to spend $24.6 million of your hard-earned dollars as a taxpayer for climate resilience in Honduras. They want to spend $13.4 million for civic engagement in Zimbabwe. They want to send $3.9 million for LGBTQI plus democracy grants in the Western Balkans. They want to spend $2.9 million of your dollars for desert locust risk reduction in Horn Africa, and $2 million for quote organizing for feminist democratic principles in Africa. We are not doing that.
All right, joining us now, former House Speaker New Generation is with us. How are you, sir? I think people need to be reminded. You balance the budget four straight years. It has not been balanced since. Okay, you had a big fight to get there. I remember the argument. You're going to reduce the rate of growth of Medicare 7% a year, every year, for 7 years, twice the rate of inflation. You're doing well so far? Okay. And they said he's cutting. Same thing in this case.
Give you a breakdown of all the guys. Breakdown of locations. Terminology.
He shuts his light, then takes a cheap shot, and then keeps going, and then doesn't let the vice president of our country talk. Because he can't. The fact is, they're all crazy with the rules of this. I try to find it. There are two Democratic leaders who have success.
Machine.
1.5 miles for $15 food. Okay. And they live in a city, which is about to elect a big socialist for $100. But that's the way we're living. So they're doing things in that world that sound really cool. And the whole rest of the country is stupid. And they're nuts. Well, there's a lot of red in this country. The president mentioned that today. More than we used to. A lot more. Okay, so here we are. I remember I was there the night he became speaker. I was an MC at their event. It was a great honor of my life. Really catapulted me, into a pretty good career. And foundationally, you have renewing American civilization. And you also taught Republicans how to communicate. Trump is out there every day communicating with the American people. We haven't seen that in the last 4 years. Is it working? Is it effective? Well, I think it's changed the whole culture. And the truth is, I followed them and said, it was the best student with voter registration rate. We have gained almost 2 million in the Republic. They lost about, I think we gave 3, they lost 2. It's amazing. It is a steady slide in our direction. Because Trump isn't just a political thing. Trump's a cultural thing. Trump is saying, really very radical things that are very men and women. People should be promoted every step of the way. Criminals should be in jail and innocent citizens should be on the street. Remember the radical idea. Borders should be secure. Yes, sir. Taxes should be lower. And all these things, Americans don't do a fairly international strategy.
Let's save it here, guys.
I thought it was the most amazing thing I think I've ever seen American president do. They go to Jerusalem in the night. They want to wear a hat.
I'm going to continue next time, all right? I'll see you then.